Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to another recording of Hearthstone. Today is August 24th, Friday, and the Boomsday solo project is now done with the solo adventure and the puzzles. I've done them all. I got the card back to prove it. And that's left me a little sleepy, but it's also left me with a ton of news to cover. So we are now in our next recording, I believe our fourth recording, if I'm counting right, but I'm half asleep at this point, so I don't know. I need to defeat 3 monster hunt bosses in the solo adventure to get a card back, and then we're just going to play regular Hearthstone. I can play whoever I was playing last time. Double my starting health, and just quickly look at what we're playing as. Pirates. So we want to gang up, or do we want death rattle minions? How many of these are death rattles? None. 5 damage, 2. Non-damage character. These are good spells. I'll take those. And we'll start playing here. So I'm trying to burn through the news, and then more than likely it's 3 in the afternoon. But I'll take a nap. Probably 4 or 5. That wouldn't be too bad to fall asleep. I've got so much work to do. Have not gotten back at all to doing The Walking Dead, so who knows if that game is going to crash or if it'll be fine and I'll be able to get back to it and play it. I wouldn't be surprised if it crashes. I have the stopwatch from which I used to break up episodes from the last time I streamed on Monday, and so it's been 92 hours, 96 hours according to that, or yeah, 92 hours of just off and on streaming. Many of the Boomsday project was streaming for 5-hour sections, just trying to solve all those puzzles and banging my head against the wall. Probably the right thing to do. It's gotten me a lot of subscribers, so I don't think you could say it was the wrong thing to do. It's just weird. A weird use of my time right when I didn't have enough extra time.
They happen, you know?
Yeah. But let's get away from complaining and cover the news, because I want to get all this news done. If this was after this hour, I just want to be done, and I don't want to go an extra hour somehow.
I'll give it a shot.
So let's see. Your Gamer has an article. Amazon, as in Amazon.com, has been busy making a ... episodic Grand Tour racing game for console. It wouldn't be the first time at all that a Grand Tour game has been made and is out there, or I guess it was not called Grand Tour before. When it was on BBC, it was called something else.
Give it a shot.
It was Top Gear. Yeah, the Top Gear people have sold their likenesses and voices to video games before. And you know, it kind of makes sense too. They're all rather old and sort of known for the voiceovers when showing car footage, so it's a very similar thing in the game case. So it's weird though, because this is Amazon.com's game studios, which really hasn't been doing anything else. As far as I know. So if this became a Twitch Prime exclusive game where you could only get it or play it on Twitch, Twitch's launcher, that would kind of suck.
X marks the spot.
Just see if we've got enough to win here. I think I probably do. Like, in this brief little trailer, the Grand Tour racing game looks very realistic, pretty good. It will really come down to how it plays. Here we have a game on Steam called Puzzle Monarch Supernatural. It's a tile puzzle game from a publisher who is publishing like a whole series of Puzzle Monarch game series to flood Steam with basically low effort games.
This guy's toast.
And that. We have a game on Steam called Running Man 3D. It looks kind of cool in its minimalistic aesthetic. It's just a guy running around in a white screen, but in actuality, when you take a step back and think about it, what really is going on here is they simply didn't pay anybody to make textures. So it's just a untextured 3D game, probably mostly made up of asset flips just being pasted in randomly with no care.
I can control grub.
Let's see, this game has 100 Steam achievements. It's 10% off for 89 cents. So yeah, Running Man 3D. Having nothing to do with the Running Man story or movie.
Versus grub.
Let's see. Gematsu has an article, Labyrinth of Reframes, Cavern of Darkness Puppet Show trailer. So it's some kind of puppet show. This game is apparently rated M for maturity, nudity, sex, sexual content, sexual language. I guess sexual dialogue is a thing that they've stopped using or they never use that on the ESRB. But meanwhile, what I'm looking at is a very flat, like cardboard cutout animation style of a puppet show. Which I don't think that trailer has anything really to do with Labyrinth of Refrain. It's just probably a teaser. Let's see. Yeah, they're just saying it's a dungeon RPG, and it's coming out for the PS4, Switch, and PC on September 18th in North America and September 21st in Europe. What does this guy do? Discover a friendly minion and deal its attack to the enemy hero. Okay. Let's see, can I play this and this? No, so let's play that and that. It's weird. THQ Nordic Official has a curator page, which seems kind of like a conflict of interest. You would think that Valve should step in and say, hey, you know, you're a publisher of video games, you shouldn't have a curator page. But maybe there's some other thing here. Wait, is this a curator page? I thought it was, but there is a warning here that says it was founded in 2011. 7-year-old company, and it's attempting to grow like crazy. Okay. If I was to do this, then attack here.
This guy's toast.
Okay. Yeah, but I really don't have enough energy in me to deal with that. Yeah, I don't have time to update OBS. This weekend would be a great point to update OBS software to the new version. Let's see. Don't talk about that one because it's too good looking. Here's an ugly looking game, Power Up Evolution, from the publisher Otaku Maker SARL, which is a publisher who seems to publish mixed reviewed games at best. Let's see.
I can't target that.
Okay, that won't work. Let's do this. Here. Give me some extra damage.
I'll give it a shot.
Hey, lights out.
Yeah. Yeah, this game is awful looking. Power Up Evolution. It's not even an achievement game, it's just a garbage looking game. 30% off for $2.09. Asking for a lot of money for it too. Apparently Macworld.com has an article on Reigns Game of Thrones preview. Who knew the best Game of Thrones game would be so simple? So I've played the Reigns game before. I know, generally speaking, what it is. Let's see. Oh man, had I not played this, I would have been able to. Would have been able to win this turn, or whatever. So yeah. The developers of Reigns and Reigns Her Majesty also have now a Reigns Game of Thrones game in development or out now. Seems like they're trying to get every penny they can get. Let's just play all the cards as well before we win. GameIndustry.biz has an article. Nereal founder couldn't be happier as Reigns gets Game of Thrones spinoff. The London Indie has teamed up with HBO and Devolver Digital to premium mobile adventure set in Westeros to deliver a premium mobile adventure set in Westeros. Scald all minions from your hand and deal that attack to the enemy hero. Just chuck them. It's crazy that some of these cards did not make an appearance in the puzzles. That they really just made puzzles that weren't that good. There could have been more. By far, particularly if you looked at a list of all the cards that aren't allowed in regular play. Silence any minion attacked with this. Discover one of Tessa's weapons and equip it. Return this to your hand. Okay. Let's keep on playing. So I don't need to really read this. GameIndustry.biz game just reigns. Game of Thrones is in development or is out.
The trail leads
PC Gamer has an article. Intel catches heat for CPU benchmarking clause response to complaints. A controversial line of text in Intel's microcode license prevented a Linux distro from issuing a security patch. So that must be one of the Linuxes that absolutely refuses to deal with proprietary software, even for security patches. And this is updated. Let's see. Update, as Intel alluded to doing, it has gone and removed the benchmarking restriction from its microcode license. It now reads differently on the license. Of course, being able as a company to just change your license whenever and retroactively basically is not good either. Like, seriously, you could get a completely open source software and then they could change the license and then sue you and say, well, it was never open source. Prove that it was never open source. That it was open source. So doubles damages the minion next to it. Wind Fury. Well, this would do 8 damage, so I suppose this one's the best one to use. Although, you know, I probably should do this. That's interesting. A game on Steam called Tile Sweeper, which is Minesweeper in a 3D environment where you're destroying the tiles and the floor below is getting revealed. I've recently seen a Minesweeper game that had extra elements to it for no reason. That seems like it drastically also slowed down the gameplay and just made it a worse experience. But this one seems different. This one seems like it might actually be worth wishlisting. Let's see. TechRaptor has an article. Kingdom Bash. TechRaptor goes hand-on with 4-way melee. This game, Kingdom Bash, looks like it's a Play NYC game demo, looking like MS Paint style animation, slightly better than average, but I don't know what else you would call it. There's probably a better descriptor for it, because I often use the phrase MS Paint animation as an indicator that it's not good quality and should be avoided, where this isn't great quality animation. I don't think it inherently is so bad that it would need to be avoided.
TC-130 mental dislocator.
Looks like it's a marker drawing, basically. Lack of shading. I need to learn better descriptors for some of these artistic styles.
Give it a shot.
Just keep on attacking. PC Gamer has an article. Despite challenges, modders are adding clever new squads and enemies into the breach. Enemies to the game Into the Breach, which Into the Breach was moderately popular for what it was.
Back and forth. Watch it sway.
Don't need to take anything else from that. Spells. 5 damaged. Deal 3 damage to the hero. Let's see. Snake Trap. And Victory. PC Gamer has an article. You can now run Windows 95 inside Windows or Linux or Mac OS. Let's see. Windows 95 is now available as an app on GitHub, so it's not like a virtual machine, it's like a full application. Interesting. Uses 200 megabytes of RAM. Interesting. One of the problems with running virtual machines is just having to set up all the settings. If you just have an application and it's all been set up and it just works, that would be interesting. Microsoft acquired GitHub for $7.5 billion earlier this summer, so it's funny that somebody is hosting an application of Windows, probably without permission. Yeah, maybe I should go download that just to be certain to have a copy of it. Alright, we need to play ranked. Let's play Combo Priest. And just kill some time now before the end of the stream. As I'm trying to close all the news still. Rock, Paper, Shotgun, Tomorrow Corporation's game 7 Billion Humans is out now. I played the predecessor to that, which was Human Resource Machine.
The light shall bring victory.
I would be okay with playing 7 Billion Humans, but I think it would probably also take too much time up. Because playing that game in particular took a lot of off-screen play to get the solutions done, or find the solutions online and cheat after getting frustrated. Let's see.
Is someone injured?
Want to win. Gematsu has an article. Sinrin Kagura Reflections. That's REFLEXIONS. Reflections. Reflex Ions. Launches September 13th in North America. Launching with Asuka for $9.99 alongside $9.99 Yumi DLC. What kind of game is this? Though, because the Sinrin Kagura series in particular is slightly interesting in the fact that it is several different types of games. So it will launch for the Switch on the Nintendo eShop in North America September 30th. What kind of game is this? So it's a game to employ the art of reflexology and massage. So this is one of those grope the anime girls. It's rated M for partial nudity and sexual themes. Yeah, it reflects ions is only the one thing. It's you're gonna have characters talk. Oh, well, at least at the beginning you're holding hands and massaging our hands in this trailer, and then you're patting her on the head.
Right away.
Main character, I imagine. And now they've gotten to the point where you're shooting her with a water gun. And the Senran Kagura series has always been lewd.
I will be
but
ready.
I think this one goes 100% lewd, where the other games try to only go, say, 90% lewd. Yeah, and since that's all the game is, it seems like they've had to get rather creative on just how the massaging / groping is gonna play.
I must consider.
Let's see. +2/+2 in Divine Shield. And let's see.
Right away.
Go ahead and attack on this.
Oh.
And then play on this. And attack here. There's an awful looking game on Steam that called Sheepageddon. Looks like in this kind of graphics. Awful. Gonna close that. Let's see. There's a game on Steam called Logan vs. KSI. That's Logan Paul versus KSI. So this is a meme fighting boxing game. It actually doesn't look that terrible, but with 100 achievements and it's 40% off for $1.19, you know it's a garbage game. Okay, this would be. Is there something else I could do?
Press here.
Turn. Yeah, no recommendation for Logan versus KSI. Let's see. Ignore that one.
What to do?
Ignore that one. Ignore that one. Too many of these games look at least marginally good. Okay, here's a game that's in just Asian characters as the name, so yeah, simplified Chinese. So I couldn't tell you the name of it if I wanted to, and it looks like garbage anyway, so close that tab. Let's see. Still a ton of games. Oh, it's my turn. Gotta pay attention. Let's see. If I attack here, it'll die. So 2 damage. anything. Can't do anything. Seriously? Should double the health. Should have doubled the health. Trying to cover all the news, or at least trying to get all the news done. Here we go. There's an article. Denuvo, from GameIndustry.biz, Denuvo is rolling out anti-cheat software. The DRM form plans to prevent players unbalancing multiplayer games and bypassing microtransactions. Which, yeah, I don't think that people cheating to bypass microtransactions is something that people should be concerned about, because yeah, at that point, if the world becomes a place where you might get banned or get in trouble for bypassing microtransactions, I think you then pirate the whole game at that point and just have everything unlocked in the first place. We have a game on Steam called Idol Hunter. It has 37 achievements, it's 40% for 59 cents. And yeah, it looks like just an idle game, and it looks like it's not good enough that you'd actually want to play it. It looks better than a lot of games, unfortunately. Right. Yeah.
Access denied.
Pain, speak to me.
And in return, I played wrong. Totally played wrong. Let's see. TechRaptor has an article. Galactose, pastries in space, still cooking. Apparently, this is a 3D space shooting game of some sort. It's part of the Play NYC coverage, so it's not on Steam or anything. It doesn't look that good either.
Let the pain speak to me. Bring the pain.
Let's draw another card.
What is my purpose? Job's done.
In return. Gamer Sutra has an article. Report new Microsoft subscription service will include Xbox One, Xbox Live, and will include an Xbox One, Xbox Live, and Game Pass. What is an Xbox One subscription service besides Xbox Live? I think this has been confirmed since this article came out too. Xbox All Access would bundle together an Xbox One console with Xbox Live and Game Pass for a monthly fee. So it's literally renting the console. Let's see. So, and it would cost $34.99 per month, roughly $840 in 2 years for that console, which isn't a terrible price. I can see that, certainly. Let's see, what I'm supposed to do? This.
Access denied.
And then this.
Not too quickly.
Bring the pain.
I comply. Job's done.
Silence all enemy minions, draw a card. should be paying a little bit more attention to playing. I'm playing ranked right now, I don't want to lose. Gamatsu has an article, Yakuza Online News set for August 28th live stream. So an announcement for an announcement. Let's not continue playing the combo priest. Even Shaman, Pain Warlock. Let's try Pain Warlock. Let's see, we already talked about that. Don't need to talk about that. This is a Pain Warlock.
Let the hunt begin. Your soul shall be mine.
Article. Yeah. Like half of these tabs should have been automatically closed. We have a awful looking game called Heroes of Elements on Steam. It seems like it is a game with 15 levels of card games with potentially stolen art on the cards, tagged with nudity and sexual content on the cards. Doesn't even have a video trailer, which I thought are required.
I will hunt you down.
On Steam, it looks like it's not even a real game. It looks like they just barely slap something together. It has 15 achievements. It's 40% off for $1.19. No, thank you. Your Gamer has an article. Newt from Aliens inspired the Resident Evil 2 remakes. Sherry Birkin. I imagine Sherry Birkin is the little girl I saw in the trailer that Claire Redfield is trying to protect in that trailer. Give the last one plus one. Plus one? Alright. In the chain. So many games. So many games that deserve a chance to at least be looked at, and I don't have time for them. Borderlands 2, System Shock 2, and Galactical Civilization are going cheap at Fanatical Sci-Fi sale. So, Fanatical being the Humble Bundle spin-off that doesn't give us any money to any kind of charity or potentially the developers especially at all. And since Fanatical spun off and Humble Bundles have been fewer and far between for video games and not as good. Let's see. Gamer Sutra has an article, disturbing players with unsettling camera work in Paratropic. This game Paratropic looks really low quality and awful, but the camera angles also seem like they're slightly interesting in the weirdness. Okay. Do I want to play this?
Your magic shall not save you.
Job's done.
Gamatsu has Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker co-op missions trailer. This trailer, like, the animation does not look to the level of quality that I would think it should be for a game like this. And apparently Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker is not even a fighting game as much as it is a 3D hack and slash beat 'em up game. which I was definitely not expecting that. I would have sworn that it would have been a fighting game in the style of, let's see, you have 15 or less health, gain +2/+3 in taunt. Let's go and draw cards. And play this. PC Gamer has an article. 932 episode Twitch Pokemon Marathon comes with badge collector extension. Collect your favorite Pokemon and compete for points as they appear in the show. So Twitch is getting weird with these marathons in particular. It's just like it's not even about video game live streams anymore. It's just about live streams of anything that can get an audience and get a mob of viewers that would, let's see, potentially
has demons.
convince you to stay on the service and continue watching.
Why me? Why me?
Gamer Sutra has an article, Weekly Jobs Roundup, Square Enix, Defiant Studios, and more. See, there's a game programmer for Bohemia Interactive. This is in the Czech Republic. I wouldn't even be able to pronounce the city. Minsink Pod Brady, maybe. Game programmer for Unknown Worlds Entertainment in San Francisco, California. Or Remote, interesting. That's the first or remote I've ever seen. Get the leftmost minions. I kind of have to play this, don't I?
Why me?
They're looking for an experienced game developer in Square Enix, Tokyo, Japan. They're looking for a lead engine programmer in Defiant Studios in New York, New York. Or New York State, United States. As the locations only list the city and the countries sometimes, or city and state sometimes. I guess it's a very US centric way in which they're listing things here. And they're looking for a general game designer at Plarium, Michigan studio in Portage, Michigan. That's Plarium, P-L-A-R-U-M. Okay, we've got a game on Steam called Sexy Jigsaw / Sexy Puzzle. A lot of anime girl pictures that, again, I think very possibly have not been properly licensed. Let's see. I'm gonna play this first. Attack here. Attack there. Attack there. Just keep on playing. Like, these are real jigsaw puzzles. It doesn't look like there are incredibly large amounts of jigsaw puzzles in this game. There are jigsaw puzzle games out there where you could just load your own images, and that's really the only jigsaw puzzle you should ever buy. Is something that works really well, gives you several different types of pieces, several different pieces counts, full customizations, and then obviously lets you load up any images you want. The idea of buying a puzzle game specifically around one theme is going to get very boring. If anything, you should need a whole variety of pictures for your puzzles. Sexy Jigsaw is 30% off for $2.79. Meanwhile, visual novels seem to almost gone down to zero. I'm seeing maybe one visual novel released on Steam a month, 1, 2, maybe 3 or 4 a month. Like, we can go entire weeks and see no visual novels, and anything that would be a high quality loot game also seems to not be allowed, which seems crazy. Like, it almost makes it seem like that there was only one person at Valve that really loved visual novels and was allowing all of them to come out, and they were making a bunch of money theoretically from that, from sales, from the popularity on them. So it'd be very weird now if that one person left Valve, and then Valve, having seen that they make a lot of money from visual novels, decided we're not gonna let them be on our store anymore. But I wouldn't be super surprised if that's very similar or very close to what is actually happening. We got a game on Steam called Battle Royale Simulator that looks like total garbage. That was allowed on Steam. 40% off for $3.59. No thank you. We've got what looks like a asset flip game called, what is it called? Factory Pirates. It looks like it's a unturned survival game. I do believe I just saw a glitch in their own video. Just extremely low effort game for 40% off for $1.19. No thanks. Gamasutra has this article. Miyamoto, game devs must avoid becoming reliant on free-to-play. Of course, Nintendo is definitely not in free-to-play, and some people spun that as him telling people to not be greedy, which might be some of it, but without actually reading the article, Nintendo inherently is rather greedy as far as a publisher. They charge a premium, and nothing really ever goes on sale for first-party Nintendo hardware or software. GameIndustry.biz. Jam City has relocated its headquarters to Culver City, to a new Culver City space. Move doubles the size of the Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery developer's former LA office. And Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery, if in case you don't remember, is the just completely awful game that is very reliant on microtransactions, and it's not even a good game even if you took out the microtransactions, from what I've heard. It's a game where you run out of energy and need to either wait or buy microtransactions, and the first time you run out is right as a child is being strangled to death by a magical vine. So you're left to looking at this animation screen of your character being strangled.
Stop copying me! Stop copying
Don't want to
me!
play that. But I can play this. Gamasutra has a article, Marketing Chasm Effectively in This a Month of Metroidvanias. Chasm I've heard talked about a couple times. I think maybe I got it on the wish list, maybe I didn't. If at this point I haven't got it on the wish list, it's because I've decided at least twice that it wasn't worth even keeping an eye on.
My shield for Argon.
Here's a game that's probably not worth anybody playing. Construction Truck Simulator. might be a game for if somebody who is just really obsessed with construction trucks. It looks like it's a cell phone port of a game, if I was to guess. Let's see. Can I silence a minion?
Your magic
Yes, I
shall
can.
not save you.
And
Why me?
attack here,
Why me?
attack here, attack here, attack there. Play this, draw a card. In the turn. Construction Truck Simulator is 35% off for $9.74. I don't think most people would care to play that. Let's see. Same article. See, Gematsu has an article. Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet DLC Collapse of Balance launches August 30th. The Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet game is the spin-off, fourth, I believe, season, maybe third season of the Sword Art Online series that doesn't really deal with the characters that you've come to know. Taunt.
Go away. I'll get around on it.
And play that.
Science.
And what do I want to do now?
Why me?
Kill this one. Looking at the trailer for this Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet, it looks decently animated. A run around hack and slash RPG-esque game. Third person shooting. Yep, it doesn't look terrible. So at some point, maybe I'll get around to playing that. What does look terrible is Defense Abominations, a low-effort tower defense game on Steam. 35% off for $1.94.
I wonder.
Gematsu has an article for Nelki and the Legendary Alchemist debut trailer. Is he just not going to end his turn? Is that what they're doing?
Almost out of time.
Let's see, Nelki and the Legendary Alchemist Altair of a New Land is due out for the PS4, Switch, PS Vita in 2018, and the PS4, Switch, PC in the winter for North America and Europe. Let's just keep on playing. Has my Hearthstone tracker not been... I think it has been working. Yeah, it has. Yeah, that's true. It doesn't really show me anything about this game, though. Very laid back. Very sleepy. I need to probably sleep this entire week. But I also need to work this entire week, so...
Soul shall be mine.
catch 22 there. But... like this entire weekend, I need to just take off and sleep. We have a game called Ingnomia. Ignomia. Let's see. It looks like a Windows 95 style game, but it says it's brand new. It's early access, it's free. I guess the price is right. But yeah, this game looks nowhere good enough that I'd want to play it. Just close that tab. Play this.
Flesh fails. Try crystal.
And just play that and do that. Let's see, Gematsu has an article, Beyblade Burst Battle 0, second game overview video. I'm a little surprised that they're still making Beyblade content. I would have thought that would have been dead, unlike like Pokemon or Digimon, which I think had a pretty big fan base. I would have said Beyblade was at best a flash in the pan.
Job's done.
Yeah, the overview of the Beyblade game doesn't look that interesting either. To be fair, my complaint right now about not seeing any visual novels actually probably isn't super fair to say, because I'm not looking at the
Job's done.
good looking games. Anything that even looks like it might be a good game I'm saving for, I suppose, this weekend or Monday. Gematsu has an article, SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy customization gameplay. So it's a trailer showing how to customize, and all these Japanese trailers are crazy about how they display things. And yeah, it seems like there's a large collection of different clothing you can put on these heroines and dress them up and make them look crazy. Like all this stuff that you kind of assume will come over to the West if the game itself even comes over to the West, but might also turn into things people complain about too.
Well played.
If there's a bunch of lewd outfits, which I imagine there's a decent amount of lewd outfits in the collection. Not all of them. Okay, we already talked about that. And it's been an hour. And so I don't want to play another game. I definitely don't want to stream for another hour. How much further? This game here is only, it's not in English, so I can close that. Like, I feel like I'm close to something, but at this point, yeah, I've hit the level on my tabs where I cannot even go any further. Like, the tabs are as small as they go, and I know there's more tabs. So let's see. There's a Puzzle Monarch game. Oh, I guess Monday we'll talk about the Honey Pop 2 announcement of a new, I guess they're calling her trans character, but I don't think that is actually right. From what I understand, she's a hermaphrodite, commonly known in the biz as a Funatari in Japan, which doesn't seem like the character really has any desire or want to transition themselves, their bodies, or their transition their gender identity, which, I mean, frankly, it's just a different thing. And kind of in the same way that some trans people that love to be offended don't like cross-dressers who also aren't trans or have anything to do with trans people, they apparently don't like fictional hermaphrodites that really don't exist in any real numbers in the real world. Let's see. I can't even really close the tabs. And that, with a lot of control tabbing to move through tabs, that gets me to the Humble Bundles store. So let's see what the Spooky Games bundle is and talk about that, and then let's end this stream. If you pay $1, you unlock Layers of Fear. I kind of don't care about that, and White Noise too. I recently covered and played Layers of Fear, and wouldn't recommend it really. You also get How to Survive and How to Survive too. If you pay more than the average of $8.01, you get Detention and BioShock Remastered and Unawari Night Alone, which that might be a decent deal because Detention probably is never going to be on a major discount. BioShock Remastered I already own, but Unawari and Night Alone might also be something. And then if you pay $15, you get Friday the 13th the game and Dead by Daylight, and I definitely don't think there would be a reason to buy either one of those since they're both kind of dead or dying games. Well, tons and tons of games here that I need to look at, and I'm going to make some judgments. If it looks like a game that's worth mentioning, and in a way that I'm not just saying this game is awful, I will save it for Monday. Otherwise, I'm going to close the tabs and clear out my browser. That's it for this stream. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. And if you want to support me, you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game or a gift card, or send me a game through Twitter direct message. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.